Okay, we got a non-lift day, Armour and Recovery or Restoration Day. Take you about an hour, maybe longer. Take your time. Actually put some intention into this. Don't just do it and like where I see guys like foam rolling while they're on their phone. You're doing nothing, okay? Obviously you're probably watching this video on your phone while you're going through it. That's different. Don't go on Snapchat while you're doing a workout, whether it's a rest, like an active recovery day, or it's a big lift day. Okay? Anyways, we're gonna start off with some light conditioning, 10 minutes, maybe more. Breathe through the nose, only in the nose, out the nose. Some walking on a treadmill on an incline. You can walk outside, maybe like take a ball with you, you're dribbling a ball, like get some, like a walk is a walk, but try and get the blood flowing a little bit. If you're in a gym setting, some light sled, push, pull, jump rope, dribble a soccer ball, maybe get a little creative. You don't have to do something boring. After the light conditioning section, you're gonna jump right into some full body openers. We're gonna start off with VINYASA flow, and we're gonna add some extra shoulder movements, kind of like you're swimming on the floor. But a VINYASA, it means flow. Some yoga stuff. If you've ever been to a yoga class, then this would look familiar. We're gonna start in down dog. Spend some time pedaling out the heels, stretch those calves, and then we would shift into a high plank, lower towards the floor. We can kick those toes away, and then let's reach up with our head and then push down into the floor. Exhale, and then we start sending back into downward dog. Tuck your toes back under on the way there, and that's it. Okay, you can pedal out the heels again, and same idea. What I'll say when you're going down from that high plank, lowering to the floor, kind of think of torquing or corkscrewing your hands out a little bit towards that pinky side. Watch my elbows. This is what it would look like if I went into a push-up from here, whereas here I'm torquing my hands, my elbows are kind of tucking in, and then I go down from there. A lot more stable at that shoulder joint. Slow or as fast as you'd like. If you want to add some more to it, instead of pushing through the hands here, really reach through the head, and then we'll actually try and create like a spinal wave. Tuck the chin and roll through the thoracic spine towards those hips, back into that downward dog. We can add some more to this by doing it on one leg, and we'll get those hip flexors a lot more engaged, especially in that part right there where we're returning back to the down dog. You're gonna roll for 2-3 minutes with this one. Take your time. Feel free to mix in some other movements, but then we're gonna add within here at some point, and you can go back and forth between the VINYASA and this one, but lying face down, working on some shoulder movements here. Go from this like handcuff position, rotate when it feels natural, think palms overhead, maybe try and tap behind the neck, and then return that back to the start. Move slow with this one. Really focus on that rotating at the shoulder. If it feels easy, go slower, lift higher. Nice and simple. Next up, we're gonna get in this half kneeling position. We're gonna focus on hip flexors and the hammies. Spend about like 3 to 5 minutes on this section. What we'll do is we can start here, hands on the floor, one knee down, and all we're doing, you just open things up. That's what this section is focused on. We're not really building any big flexibility gains here. We're just kind of tapping into the normal range of motion that we should have. So shift the weight back, flex this leg or extend this leg. So now feeling that stretch in the hammies, and then back and forth a few times. The way we can add some more to this is by driving toes down, lifting back knee, flexing quad, and then flexing butt on the side as well. So really pushing those hips down. And then from here, again, it doesn't have to be stiff. You can add some light movement into it. drop knee, come back here. And now to get more out of this hammy stretch, flex the quad and pull the toes towards you as well. You'll feel that. It's really like nervy stretch there. Do that a few times on each side, not shifting back and forward a whole bunch of times. Just spend some time. Be mindful of your breath. Next, we'll get more into like the upper body and the spine a little bit. We're gonna get into this wide stance. We're gonna work on the thoracic spine. So it's the kind of pretty much where the ribs are from here, but on the back where the spine is. Wide stance. You can do this standing, you can do this on one knee. We're going to reach up to the ceiling. We're gonna look up to the ceiling. We're gonna take a big breath in and then exhale. Try and reach a little bit further behind you. End of the exhale, back to center, and then other side. And then down. If you're like, damn, this is easy, check your legs here. I'll see a lot of people be like, damn, I can reach so far. Meanwhile, it's like all coming from that hip rotating in. So if you find you're doing that, go on the knees. And then you can even try one where you put hand behind the head. And that one is humbling. Maybe even start down here. Take the shoulders, take the hips out of it. When you do that inhale, like creates that tension within kind of that lung and rib cage region where the thoracic spine is. Exhale, it kind of creates some more space, and then try and reach a little bit farther and then reset from there. Also, within this same section, you can return back to this standing position, kick one foot away so it's like perpendicular to that other foot, bend into that leg. This now becomes front leg. Keep this 90 degrees the whole time. Some more yoga shit. Warrior. Line from middle finger to middle finger. And you don't have to do that. We're gonna go down. We're going to look up to the ceiling. Still keep this line strong. Be mindful, keep holding this position. Be mindful of the hips, okay? You're not just like floppily hanging in here. I want you to actually push your feet into the floor a little bit, kind of grip the ground through your legs, but kind of originating through the butt and the hips. Breath in. A little bit deeper. One breath, and then we can actually come back here towards that back leg, look up to the ceiling. Okay, a couple reps on each side. Take your time. Feel that in the groin, and then mainly in through that low back as well. Really keep those hands pulled back behind you so you can light up a lot of those back muscles as well. So we touched on some hip extension, some knee extension with the hammy stretch, some thoracic spine, and some lower back movement. Now we're gonna work on some hip function. So we're in this 90 position, about 90 degrees here, about 90 degrees here. And yeah, this one kind of sucks a little bit, but we got it. First part, tilt, turn your body towards this front leg. You can use your hand to support you a little bit for right now. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna hinge until you feel that stretch in your glute on this front leg here, the leg that we're turning towards. In your butt, you'll feel a little stretch at the bottom here. Again, you can support yourself here. I don't care about how low you go. I don't want you to try and get your chin down, because then it turns into this round spine. Keep a straight line from the top of your head to your bottom of your hip bone, to your tailbone. And we're going to hinge, stretch. Once you find that stretch, pause there. We're going to drive this whole foot, shin, and thigh into the floor. Ready? Push down, down, like you're trying to create an imprint of your whole leg into the floor. 3, 2, 1, stay there. You can support yourself, but then rest the leg a little bit deeper. Find that deeper stretch. And then from there, again, you can support yourself if you need, but we really want to push that leg down. Ready? Push down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay there. Rest. Deeper. Again, stay long. Don't round here. Pretend like you're doing a deadlift. Deeper, as deep as you can. This is our last one here. Stretch in that glute, and then drive down. Push. push, 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 2, 1, come up. Okay, nice. Now, looking at this front leg, we're going to lift front leg up. We will hold for 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Support the leg where it is. Rest it. Give it a little bit of a break. Lift it up a little bit higher. And then try and hold that position there. Just a little bit higher from that first rep. Holding for about 5 seconds. 2, 1. Support it. Rest it. High as you can. Try and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cool. What I would do is I would swap to the other side and repeat the same thing. The hinge for 3 reps, hold for about 5 seconds, lift front leg, hold for about 5 seconds. And then part 2, this is where it gets kind of shitty. Shitty in a good way, of course. We're gonna turn towards this back leg, trying to look at that back foot. Same idea, we got 2 moves. 1, we're going to try to drive the back leg down into the floor like you're trying to create that imprint from big toe all the way up to the kind of mid thigh into the floor. So push down, 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 down. Good, stay where you are, rest. If this bugs your knee, sometimes it does, like right in there. If it bugs your knee, find a different position. Maybe you extend the knee a little bit more, maybe move it back. If it's just not agreeing with you, don't worry about it, but try. Instead of bending or hinging forward, we're going to turn more towards this back foot. Again, push down, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, rest. Turn more, last one, drive down, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, rest. Take a little bit of a breather. Maybe with this one, probably on the next one, you'll feel some cramping. Try your best to push through it by controlling your breath in the nose, or out the mouth. If it might feel, if you've never done something like this before, the cramping might feel pretty intense. You're not going to hurt yourself. Try to push through. If you can't, that's okay, but at some point you will have to push through, or else you're going to keep cramping at that same spot, and it's just never going to get better until you push through a little bit, okay? This one's cramp city, so hang on tight. We are going to keep this knee down. We are going to try to lift foot up without compensating by moving forward. Same with this front leg lift one. I forgot to mention this. It's too late now. You've already done it, but we don't want to lean back, right? Oh, I get my leg so high. But it's when you stay tall, okay? That's where it gets hard. Same idea, try not to lean forward. Knee down, back foot up, bang. Hold that, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Support it, rest. Try to turn, or maybe you lift it a little bit higher. And then try and hold that position. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest, grab it, support it. Last one, let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Same thing, other side. Then what we can add on top of this is just some general hip rotation movement. So maybe I go from this 90 on this side, I swap to the other side. Notice that I'm not kicking out my feet. I'm keeping my heels pinned to the floor. I'm staying tall and then swapping. It gets a lot easier if you round your back or you extend the legs, right? Move slow. I see a lot of people doing this where they're like moving fast and they're leaning back. You're doing nothing. What you can add onto these swaps is maybe you come to one side, you come here, maybe you bring a leg all the way around. All of this is nice. Maybe think of really like flexing the butt, driving those hips forward. Nice. Okay, thus concludes the full body opener section. Take you about 15 minutes or so. Absolutely take longer, take more time if it feels good. Don't feel like you should be on a time crunch here. The goal is to feel good. don't rush through it, you know? Next up, we're gonna do some just general movement prep. Some of this might seem silly, frankly, because it kind of is slightly silly, but it works and it feels good nonetheless. We are going to do a little floor freestyle, like you're breakdancing, but you suck at breakdancing, and we're not trying to move fast, and we don't need it to look cool. It's not gonna look cool. Put about 3 to 5 minutes on the clock and don't stop. So we are going to try to not use our hands too much. You can absolutely use your hands if you need, but maybe use your elbows. Again, this is a judgment-free zone. What we can do is we maybe roll, we try and get up here. You can sit on your butt. You can try a bit of a sit-up. You can maybe pop to the feet for a sec. Stay low, stay close to the floor here. Again, elbows are cool. So cool. You try a roll. Maybe you try some somersault, like a reverse somersault. Maybe you try like a shoulder roll. It does not have to be fast. It does not have to be methodical. What I will say is try to use left and right as evenly as you can, so you're not just relying on one side more than the other. If you do this for 5 minutes, you don't even have to really get up. You can kind of just like hang around here. It's like you're doing some foam rolling, but there's no foam, only rolling. "35 minutes, swear to God, don't think about it, just do it, shut up. Notice how you feel at the end." We started off with some of those openers so you can actually kind of get into those positions, you know, like you have a little more range from the hips to get in and up and down, thoracic spine, so we can kind of get around, get our elbows around and not rely on our hands too much. Try it, swear to God, feels good. I got it from Ido Portal, IDOPORTAL. If you're interested in movement in general, like flowy type stuff, he's the GOAT. Anyways, part 2, silly one. If you are in a place where you don't have access to floor space, where you don't have a stability ball, that's okay. Try your best. Even for the floor freestyle one, if you just want to focus on maybe rolling back and then getting up from different positions, that is cool. That is something. This one, 2 moves. Again, set the time, 3 to 5 minutes. First part, kneeling on ball. We are working on hip stability. You can start off with 2 hands. Let me move here. 2 hands on ball. You can try to just get steady until you feel comfortable to kind of make it hard on yourself. Maybe 1 hand, maybe no hands. Maybe you try and get really tall. Maybe you try to get to 1 leg. I swear I can do it. Yep, some of that. Try and stay tall with this as well. Other moves that you can add within this. This is one challenge we've been doing with the kids occasionally. It's really hard. I got it from this wrestling trainer, like a college level or high school wrestler trainer. I don't know. They start from the butt. These kids can do this no problem. From butt. Pretend like that didn't happen. From butt to kneeling and then returning to butt. I did it once. It was with a different ball, but no one saw, so it doesn't really matter. If you don't have ball, what you can do, put a cushion or a pillow on the floor and just work on some hip stability here. You can try it standing, but there's something about doing it on one knee where it just takes away the ankle. Number two thing that you can do with ball within this same 3 to 5 minute period is we turn it into a little more upper body, a little more core focus. We can try some bear crawl walks. You can go forwards, you can go backwards. We can try to move sideways. That'll really challenge all those front and inner hip muscles. We can also try to do some roll sort of stuff. Again, this is a move where if you don't have a ball, you can do it without a ball. Try and have fun with that. I recommend just putting music in your ears and letting the music take you places. If you don't have ball, it would just look like some different bear positions. What you can do is you can grab a ball and you pretend like where is it? Like you are a cat. You can use hands, feet. What you'll find is that it becomes a lot more natural and fluid as opposed to just giving you like basic shoulder movements. Huzzah. Okay, next up, we're gonna start off with some hip stuff. We're gonna work kind of up the body, all around the body. This is some full body armor. This is part one. We're gonna start off with some clamshells, not the soft ones where you got the band around and you're doing like that. No, we have a body that weighs weight, so let's use the body. Keep this knee down and the shin down, hips up, lift leg up. You can start with a hold. If that feels like enough, then cool. Otherwise, close the clam, open the clam. Everything up, top leg up, down, up, down, up. Whatever you do for reps on one side, match it on the other side. Next up, so that was clamshells, more outer hip. This one is focusing on the adductors, so inside of the thigh. Single leg adductor plank, so it's like a side plank, but bottom leg is floating in the air. Feel free to use hand and foot to assist yourself if you need, but stay strong and long here. Start with a hold. 10 to 20 seconds. After that, either just keep holding longer or try repping it out for as many reps as your adductors can take. We're only doing one set for all this stuff, so get the blood flow going. I know this is a recovery day, but you will probably build a little bit of a sweat up if you do this right. That is nice. We want that blood flow. We want to promote the healing properties that all this will provide. And the armor section, the armor portion of this is we're trying to build the strength in some of these smaller, more neglected muscle areas. So it should be not just like a walk in the park, you know? Okay, next up we're doing a overhead squat. If you have a weight, cool. Even like a hockey stick or broomstick doesn't have to be weighted. I'm just gonna use a foam roller because we're gonna use it for other stuff later. For the overhead squat, just because you see the word squat doesn't mean it's very leg focused. We are actually focusing more on that mid spine and some of that like scapular movement here. We are going to start with our elbows locked out, arms overhead. Try your best to not reach through your ribs. So suck your belly button in, keep your ribs down. Think of, instead of looking up to the sky, look kind of at like the corner where the floor meets the wall. And we're going to sit down, keep those arms locked out, low as you feel able, pause, and then come up out of it slow. Again, slow. What I want you to think of for the lower body, because some people, it becomes a problem like in terms of ankle mobility. If you got shitty ankle mobility, heels come off, and this starts to happen, or if we try and keep our heels down and we have no ankle mobility, we start hinging because our knees can't go forward enough. So we end up running out of room here, we hinge, and then the arms go forward, okay? If you find yourself like your arms are bending, that means we need to work on that thoracic, like overhead position, which is fine, that's why we're here. For the lower body, get your feet set up at hip width first. Go a little bit outside of that. You can turn your toes out if you want, but nothing more than that. Nothing too excessive. From here, pretend like you're pushing like you're corkscrewing your feet apart, but don't actually move them. Just pretend like you are. Create that tension. Or you can think of trying to rip a hole in the floor with your feet. Okay? So I'm pushing them apart. This is me dead on my feet. My arches are doing nothing. If I squat from here, my knees want to cave in. Does this look strong? No, the answer is big fat no. So we want to corkscrew out without actually turning them, or think of ripping that hole in the floor from boom. Now my arches are active, my feet are kind of gripping the floor. As I'm squatting down, my knees start going out, and now this is a lot stronger of a position, and I try and get overhead through there. Take your time with this one. Move slow. Again, if you need to elevate your heels, so be it. Next up, we're doing a single leg hinge with some band help. Not help, it's making it harder actually. It's around one leg. If you can, we would try this on something to challenge the balance a little bit more. I got a hockey sock that I rolled up. You can use a towel. If you're feeling like a crazy person, you can try it on like a Bosu ball. That'd be cool. But one leg, band around the hands. We're going to hinge, like a one leg deadlift. As we hinge down, we extend, we reach, we keep that tension from our hands out. I want you to flex that back heel, pause, flex this butt muscle to get you out of it, and then come up. If you can, hold a little high knee at the top, that would be lovely. So we go down, we hinge, reach that heel behind you, reach the arms forward, pause, and up. Think of locking this leg out as well. So strong position at the bottom. Suck that belly button in, flex the butt on the way up. Boom. Move slow. Slower is gooder. Oh, you want another silly one, do you? We're gonna focus on the neck here. So this is a 4-way neck iso, iso meaning hold, neck being the thing keeping your head up. So I'll start on my right side. I'm going to support it with my hands so the ball doesn't slip out and I don't smoke my head on the rack. But I'm going to put tension into the ball, okay? I'm keeping my neck neutral. I'm not letting it like snap my neck back. I'm going to breathe through my nose. That was my mouth. Breathe through my nose. Keep your jaw relaxed. Hold for about 10 to 20 seconds. Come up out of it. We will do, you'll notice when you get out of this, it feels weird. It feels interesting. If it makes you feel a little lightheaded, just take a knee. Get closer to the floor, especially if you're prone to passing out. Anyways, one side, other side. This is probably the silliest one, where you put your forehead into it and we're pushing this way. Again, don't like over flex your neck, like keep it neutral. We'll also try one where the back of our head is against the ball as well. If you do not have a ball, hand works, band works. You put band around your head and then around rack. If you have a trusted friend or family member, they can push against you as well. Don't think too hard, but breathe through it. It feels interesting. Trust. And then last one for this section is some ab work. We're doing a straight leg sit-up. Level 1 is your hands on the floor, tuck the chin, sit up. On the way down, we don't just want to like flop down like a board. We want to roll back down. Next level, hands on chest or shoulders. Next level, hands on head. Next level, hands overhead. Do not just jump to the level 4 just because you're like, I'm so strong. Because what a lot of people do is they jump to level 4 and they just do that. They use all momentum. What are you doing? Like, that's easier than level 1, you know? So move slow. With a lot of this stuff, I feel like a broken record, move slow. Thus concludes full body armor part 1. Now entering part 2. A lot of similar muscle groups. We're just trying to hit some different movements, adding in lots of variation. We're just trying to pick up the slack that we might be leaving or might be missing from the strength stuff that we're doing throughout the week. That's it. Yes, we will start off with some more outer hip stuff. So this is kind of the same muscle group we were targeting when we were doing the clamshells. We're going to do a lateral band walk. I got 2 of these bad boys because a lot of them are not really difficult, or they don't add too much. Like if I just put it around my knee, this is nothing. So what you can do to make it harder, if you maybe only have 1 of them, or you have 2 that are kind of light, if you have like a really thick one, around the knees might be all you need. But what we'll do is we're gonna put 1, maybe both, around the feet. The closer they are to your toes, the harder this is gonna be. Oh yeah, and we're gonna keep our feet parallel. What you can do is you can just pick a target and try and get from one like end of the room or from one tree to another if you're doing this outside. Otherwise, you can just do like 10 steps, 20 steps, one direction, and then back. Don't stop until your arse is on fire. Another option you can mix in is a straight leg one. I'm not overreacting. This is hard. Again, keep your feet neutral and don't let your knees collapse in. Don't overcompensate by pushing your feet out. This one's pretty basic. We know this one. So when we do those, like the lateral band walks and the clamshells, we're focusing on those outer hip muscles that do a lot for hip stability and some kind of external rotation a little bit. We will focus on some internal rotation. If you have one of these bigger bands, what you can do is you can put it around the knee, get some good tension, and all we're gonna do is we're going to pull in. We'll try and use something that doesn't move. This bench is sliding. We're gonna hold this. We're gonna breathe through it. Again, if you have a partner, maybe they can just hold it. That works good. If you don't have one of these bands, you can maybe use one of these same booty bands if you had one for the lateral band walk. But it doesn't give you enough help. Like these ones are too light to put around the knee. You're not gonna get anything out of it. So again, put it towards the feet. Straighten that leg. We're gonna hold that. Breathe through it. If it feels easy, go out a little bit farther. If you don't have bands for either the lateral band walk or the internal rotation, or for neither of them, we can use a wall and we can do some isometrics on the wall. So maybe for the lateral band walk alternative, instead of pushing right, we're pushing out here, maybe we just push in to the rack or into the wall. I'm driving my knee this way. You can also try it with a straight leg as well. There's just a barbell here, and I don't feel like moving it right now. We can do the same thing. Instead of pushing out, I can drive in. I'm putting my thigh on here, going this way. You can also do it with the feet as well. So I'm driving my foot into there, which is actually hip internal rotation because the top of the femur is going in this way. It seems kind of backwards because it feels like I'm pushing this to the outside. Whatever we do to one side, do the other side. We can also try pushing inward as well. 10 to 20 seconds. If you have a partner, you can have them resist that movement. Good alternative. Next, we're doing some dead bugs, focusing on the core, a little bit on the hips as well. On the back, we're gonna do two different versions. We can start with maybe this opposite arm, opposite leg. So I have this leg up, opposite elbow holding the foam roller. And I'm going to reach foot and reach fist. I'm actually flexing my heel. I'm gonna bring it in. I'm doing my best to not let my low back come off the floor. I'm kind of pushing it down, so I'm tilting my hips up. I don't know if you can see this, but I'm shaking. This is a really easy move if you flop through it, right? As soon as you add tension, tilt hips up, push back down. Nice. One side, other side, oh. And then we also try the same side one here. We'll do this side. Maybe we'll fold it sideways. This is kind of long. Here. Same elbow, same knee. Flex the feet on both sides. So I'm pointing my heel, tilting my hips up, moving slow. Next, we're gonna do some side bending. If you have like a piece of equipment where you can do like inclined side bend, like a back extension machine, and you just going sideways, cool. An alternative, just gonna set yourself up on a bench. I have my foot hooked under here, and I drop down here. The same idea as those sit-ups. The longer I make my lever, the harder this gets, because I just have more weight overhead. I pause in that stretch, inhale, exhale, I come up. Spend a lot of time in that extended, that lowering, that stretch position. If you don't have a bench, or you don't have that inclined or back extension machine I was talking about, you can use a wall, use a rack, and all we're going to do is you're going to tip to the side, bend your feet or bend your legs a little bit. I'm not leaning into the rack. I'm just using it for a little bit of guidance. I'm gonna go as low as I can, trying to get this top hand as close to the floor as I can without coming out of that pure side bend position. Take a breath. Exhale, again, not relying on the rack too much. And I come up, okay? Another version you could do is on one leg, and this is gonna challenge, obviously, stability, but a lot more inner hip. Try not to hold your breath. Kind of walking my top hand down. Big stretch through the lats, through the low back, through the obliques. Come up. I'm gonna use my hip, this leg, to bring me up. Take your time with that one. That one feels nice once you get a handful of reps done on both sides. Next up, we're working on the ankles. We're gonna get into this high calf position. I'm gonna use this bench here. You can also use a wall just for balance purposes. I'm not leaning on it, so I don't wanna fall over. High as you can on 2 feet, and then lift one leg off. You're gonna hold this position for as long as you can. Felt a little sting there. That's fine. Reset. Go again. Whatever you do on one side, do on the other side. Keep that heel tall. I see a lot of people where they're just kind of like barely hanging on. They're looking around. Get that shit as high as you can. We will follow it up. You do one side first, then you do an end range focus. So we're gonna go high first, and then right into a stretch position. So I'm letting my heel drop to the floor. This is an end range. I'm getting that stretch. And I'm just gonna breathe through it. If I want, at the end, I can add in some extra reps here. Cool. But we go short range, like we're flexing that muscle first, that whole area, hang out there, and then stretch right after that. Okay, last two. Focusing on some more of that thoracic spine, a little bit of that shoulder blade mobility. First one, into a back bridge on the wall. We do not care about how low you're getting. It's more focused on extending at the elbows as opposed to like getting all the way down. We're not really focused on that lower back extension. It's more here. So what we want to do is find a range where we can extend the elbows or as close to extended as we can, and then big breath, exhale. Couple breaths. Tilt the head back as well. If you find that you are holding your breath, you're getting red in the face and you're like, you have just gone too far. Okay? If you're not comfortable in this position or you get lightheaded, use someone to support you in case you fall on your butt. And then last one, more that rotation through the spine. Take elbow. We're going to rotate to the wall. I'm going to use this free hand to support myself a little bit. I'm not turning all the way through my hips and my legs. My feet can turn a little bit. That's fine. Reach elbow, breath in. Then I go other side. So all I'm doing is I'm reaching my elbow to the wall, trying to pull my shoulder blade forward, and then inhaling through there. And we're gonna hit some different angles. So that was straight across. Maybe I will go below. Again, I'm not using too much help from this other hand, but just for a little bit of support. And then I go underneath, and then I try it over as well. Okay, we did it. We're into the stretch section now. Stretch and mobilizations take about 15 minutes. Again, take your time. We got about 6 moves we're gonna add in here. So first one, getting up against the wall. We're doing this figure 4 stretch, so pretty basic one. Cross leg over, and we're gonna bring that straight leg in. However, we're gonna do it up against the wall. And you're gonna notice that it gets real hard, real fast. So you're gonna get a big stretch through the glute. All the wall does is it keeps us upright, it keeps us honest, because if you're not using the wall, it's really easy to cheat by letting that back round. So I want you to try and get those ribs, get those abs towards the shin. We just got to do that by getting into the wall. What you can do is get your butt up and then just kind of sink your way down. Nice. From here, you spend like 2 minutes on each side. Get some light movement, maybe side to side. Long inhales, exhales. If you find that you can get a little bit deeper into that stretch throughout the 2 minutes, go for it. But we're going to really try this contract and relax method for a lot of these stretches, so it's more than just a passive stretch. We're going to add some movement into it, some strength. We're going to combine the flexibility and the strength. Mobility, more ability. Boom. From here, so contract and relax means 4-second inhale, 4-second hold my breath, and flex the area. I'm flexing my butt where I'm feeling the stretch. I'm going to hold for 4, 3, 2, 1, and then exhale, sink in deeper. Okay, another one this works really good with, and like an alternative to the stretch, is that elevated pigeon or normal pigeon on the floor. Here also works great, or you have that front leg on a bench. Good one. So 2 minutes per side. Breathe through that. Next one for the groin, for the inside, we're gonna do a weighted butterfly, or maybe an unweighted butterfly, but here again, back against the wall, feet together, knees out, so big stretch through here, but instead of just a normal stretch, we're gonna add some movement into it. So we can absolutely use some weight. Maybe you don't need weight, but we go 4 seconds in, 4-second hold, and I'm going to push my knees against my hands. 3, 2, 1, and then exhale, relax, dead weight, push into that deeper stretch. And you can do a couple breaths to reset, and then do it again. When we do that contract, that flex part, we're just sending some awareness from the brain to that area where it's like, okay, we are flexible here, we can get into that range, but are we strong here? There's a real difference between being flexible and then being mobile, being strong, right? Like you can have someone that can flop into the splits no problem, but what happens if you slip on ice and you unwillingly end up in that position? Are you actually strong in that position, or are you just gonna fucking hurt yourself, right? Can you get into the position? Can you get out of the position is the goal. So you can try this with like pretty much all stretches instead of just like a passive stretch, but maybe try flexing, driving that heel down, and then exhale deeper. Next up here, we're gonna go legs wide. If you got some sort of strap or a towel or a sock or laces on your shoes or something, great. You might not need it if you're somewhat flexible, but strap helps you out here. It's a wide stance, and all we're gonna do is we're going to reach over. If you don't need straps, don't use them. But two areas we're hitting. One is the hammies. Other is that lower back and the obliques on the side of the trunks all the way through here. Big breaths. Exhale a little bit deeper. You can face your knee a lot more, and now it's a lot more of that hamstring. Or you can tilt over. Now it's a lot more of the obliques. A couple breaths, maybe 3-4 breaths, one side, and then other side. A lot of these movements, you're just gonna put 2 minutes on the clock, 2 minutes one side, 2 minutes the other one. This one you could do 2, 3, 4 minutes and just alternate every couple breaths. This one's a banger. Except we're gonna do a hip spin up, which is similar to that half kneeling hip extension one we were working on in that first part of the workout. But this one we're gonna get into some deeper stretches. I'll show you a lot of variations for this one. Spend a good amount of time on this one. 2, 3, 4 minutes on each side would be fantastic. So all I'm doing, if you can elevate your front foot, great. If not, that's okay. Here, you can also make it harder without the elevation by trying to drop towards your elbows. We can also get up tall, flex that butt muscle. Maybe we pick that back knee up, right? And then here, maybe let heel drop inward. And now it's gonna feel more into that groin, into like the inside. We can also try letting it drop towards the outside. Don't move through these super fast. Take lots of time. An alternative to this one, as we get near the wall, we tuck that knee right into the corner and we come up here. Maybe you start here, flex that butt. Maybe you come up here, maybe you pull up. Maybe you try and get your shoulders towards the wall without doing like a banana back thing. And then maybe from here, we add in that elevation. Lots of options, lots of room to explore and experiment. It says 2 to 4 minutes. I do maybe more towards the 4-minute side. Both sides. Take your time, breathe, try that. In for 4, hold, flex for 4, exhale, sink in deeper for 8 seconds. Try it in all those different positions. Don't move too quick. Take your time, feel it out. Okay, 2 more. This one, a lot more of that thoracic spine. What we're gonna do is get into this 90-90 position. We are going to turn away. Already in a straight arm position, you should feel some tension. So just breathe. Exhale to give yourself a little more room to work with. Once that feels good, then we're going to drop onto the elbows. If this feels like a lot, then just breathe here. In, kind of into that rib cage. Exhale. Think of like you're trying to get some movement out of those breaths. But from here, so we're gonna spend like 2 minutes on each side here. So we're gonna take our time in these positions, but next one, we can go arm up. On the inhale, we expand. Exhale, we kind of reach that arm forward and drop the shoulder towards the floor. Pause when you stop exhaling and then stay here. This is our new starting point. We go inhale. Exhale. Stop. Reach. Drop shoulder. Once you feel good, come up, reset, and give yourself a little bit of a break. Then we're gonna do one more version, same idea. Get down here. We're gonna keep this arm, this elbow, this forearm on the floor the whole time. Then we go inhale, slide it. Once your arm doesn't really go any further, really focus on trying to drop that shoulder down. You're gonna feel this one probably more underneath that shoulder blade. It's a good one. This is another good one. There's a lot of good ones here. So many good ones. And then repeat, same thing, other side. Use that breath again. Expand. Exhale. Release. And then last one. An easy one. We're gonna use that strap or a towel or sock, whatever you got. Pull the toes down, lock that knee out, and we're going to let this leg just flop to the other side. We're gonna get a big old stretch through the bottom of the leg. Let this other arm just sit on the floor, flop. Get this shoulder down. Big inhale. Exhale, we can try some of the contract where you flex the butt, flex the whole leg, and then exhale, pull it a little bit higher. There's not much to this one. This is it. So about 2 minutes per side. And then the same thing, other side. That's it. We did it. How do you feel? I feel good. Thanks for asking. Rock and roll, baby.